Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Belle Collective, Season 6, Episode 5. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up after the party and the mess that went down, Carrie decides to host a crawfish boil. So it's Latishia's first time having crawfish. Now, at first, I was going to be like, girl, what? But everybody's not a seafood person, and everybody doesn't do crawfish when crawfish season comes about. But at first, when I was looking at it, I was like, girl, say what now? And then Carrie is up here trying to give her a tutorial. You suck the head and pull the tips and lick the lips, honey. She was telling her all kind of stuff. And Latishia was just like, girl, what I got to do? But a side note, because I was listening to Carrie's confessional. Carrie, baby, Miss Carrie, baby, you do not need to be rhyming and all of that in your confessional, honey. Just be natural. That's the one thing that's wrong with Belle Collective. Y'all overact. Just be natural. So let's be real. When this group gets together, mess and drama is just one bite away. I'm hoping for good vibes and not side eyes. Girl, what? Girl, what in the Dr. Seussical, the musical is happening? Yeah, just be regular, honey. Just be normal. Get in a confessional and say, the last time we got these heifers together, we found out that Glendale is in love with his wife or is attracted to his wife, but Amanda is attracted to him. So to keep all the attraction on the food, I brought these heifers to eat crawfish. Yes, I said crawfish. It's that season. That's it. Not all of that rhyming and all that other kind of stuff, child, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note, but it gave quite weird. So then Marie came jogging up. Hey, Marie Monroe, honey, wearing her Hamilton Davis baseball jersey. I said, girl, what in the softball team? This is just... Damn. My bells, honey. My bells. Marie, girl. I love the fresh face. Get into it. So then Selena arrives next. Hey, girl. Girl, you're going to have to clock in to work because I almost forgot about you. Now, I do love that chocolate look on you in the confessional, baby. That chocolate hair is chocolatine, and I love it. But the thing is, I do not appreciate you not showing up in every episode you need to show up in. Because sometimes I forget about you and Tambra. Girl, don't be that one. Moving forward. So, Carrie is up there spreading mayo on bread with some damn gloves on. Girl, what is happening? Okay, now, I've seen people eat crawfish, but never in the history of ever have I seen people get a white piece of bread, okay, a light piece of bread as my grandmother calls it, a light piece of bread and spread mayo over it and start making crawfish sandwiches. Girl, what are you talking about? So I'm like, girl, this is what we do where I'm from. Well, where are you from? Because absolutely not. Now, Marie is mortified. Marie. Baby, Marie said, look. Where is the oxtails and the smothered chicken and covered in gravy, honey? Where is it? Because this right here, the mayo and what is going on, girl? This is absolutely disgusting. Now, she didn't invite Latrice and Tambra so she could keep the peace because Latishia is not ready for all of that. So then Latishia asked Selena if she had talked to Latrice. And of course, you know they did because they're close. And Selena basically said she wants them to talk about it, but she wanted to know how Latishia was feeling. She was like, how are you and Glenn? She said, well, you know what? Right now, I'm sleeping with Josh. That's my peace. Girl, I don't know why. You just gonna go right back up in there and get in that marital bed. I know y'all got at least 3 rooms in that house, so why are you in there laying head to foot with Josh? Josh don't want to be in the middle of y'all mess. Every time something go down, here you come. Laying on his Minecraft pillowcase and with his Paw Patrol and stuff. Leave that boy alone. Girl, get out that man's bed. Get out of his bed and get in your own. Okay, put Glendale's ass on the couch. Ain't no way I'm gonna be standing up in there with my baby when he laying in the bed. The child snoring and rolling around. And don't give him his own domain, honey. That's how you DMing him now. Sitting up there giving him all that space and opportunity. No, put his ass on the couch. Or better yet, leave him on that tugboat. Moving forward. So then Selena started talking about how, she didn't really want to get in between them. And she was like, don't let nobody get in between you and Glenn. Girl, Glenn is getting in between her and Glenn. Let's be so serious. She said, if people say they don't have problems in their relationship, then they lying. Ma'am, people can have problems. That's one thing. But all of that infidelity and random babies and pregnancy scares, that is a whole nother level of embarrassment. Like, let's be so serious. Y'all just put up with any old thing to have a man, honey. Absolutely not. So then Carrie tells them that she brought them there to invite them to the Gulf Coast for a little getaway. Cheers to the girls' weekend. Carrie, please. And I'm going to say this again because now you're in another confessional scene. Why are you reading your confessional cue cards? It looks like you're reading from a script. And I don't want that for you. I really need you to get it together. Okay. So then Marie was like, who else coming? Girl, the whole cast is coming. Y'all know how I go. So then Marie wants to know how Latishia feels if, Latrice is going to be there. She's like, anything that Carrie has, I'm showing up. Girl, bye. So then Tisha was like, well, I'm throwing another one of my brunches and I'm not all there. So Carrie, I'm going to really just need you to step in and really just help me out. Latishia, do you ever do these brunches alone? Or is that just your shtick? Is that what you do? Because every time you meet a new Belle, or anybody for that matter, hell, you've been asked the mailman to help you out. Anybody that you meet, you want them to help you with those brunches. Is it your thing or is it a group project? Like, please let me know. In the next scene, we finally get to hang out with Tam and the fam. Now, she's telling us that the baby is not in daycare, but she is getting big, and she's just as cute as she wants to be. She's not in daycare yet, even though she knows that her baby has to go to daycare. Says who? Why she got to go to daycare? Girl, let me tell you something. I'm speaking directly to you. Do not let them people pressure you into putting your baby in daycare with those strangers if you don't have to. Listen, school is more than enough. And this is coming from a former educator. You do not need to put your baby in daycare. It's like they're going to get the social interactions. And these people are creepy. Okay? Daycare workers are creepy. Some of them. And look, some of these so-called caregivers are the furthest thing from it. Not to mention, these kids stay sick. When I say I stayed in the hospital, I don't think my baby was well a good 3 weeks out of the year. That's how much I stayed in the hospital from their little nasty germs. Child, it's just a mess. Now, my child did start daycare at 1 because I didn't have any other choice. But if I did have the choice, I definitely would not have put him in daycare. So then Damon comes walking in like the co-parent that he is. Hey, sir. Let me tell you something. I don't know. Okay. Because, I'm just going off what I see. But that little side church hug, honey, I just feel like he does not live there. There was nothing about his entrance that said, I got clothes upstairs. Nothing. There was no comfortability. There was no kick off your shoes and relax your feet. There was nothing like that. I was just like, this man does not live here. Now, it's not my business personally, but honey, this is a show. And I just feel like he does not. Okay. But side note, I want to say this. I love that the girls are letting their skin breathe. Last episode, Latishia was fresh faced for her crying scene, honey, because you know how she get together and sing. This episode, both Marie and Tambra are showing up as they are, and I love it. More reality TV people need to adopt this. It's not real for you to always be walking around with a full face of glam. And also Latrice. She went barefaced this episode. Sometimes you just need to let your skin breathe. I love that you girls are doing that. I really do. That sets a real good example. Moving forward. So Tambra is sitting here talking about she loves the family time that she gets to spend, especially with the Belles and everything. Tambra, please, girl. Girl, be quiet. We know you're trying to tone that voice down, honey, because that throat box get turned up. But girl, anyway, she said Damon took on a second job as a manager of a lounge. So they started talking about finances. Tambra says he's private about it, but she wants to see them. Is the money in or not? He said, well, have y'all ever went without? She said, oh, no, we're never going to go without because I already had something for her. Baby, calm down. I just playing Tambra. I like to give Tambra a hard time. But Tambra was like, she already had the money saved up for the baby, honey, as soon as she knew that baby was coming. So don't play with it. But, sir, again, Where is the money? Do you have it or not? Now, I don't blame her personally for wanting to know where the money is. Because are you saving it? Are you spending it? Are you tricking it off? What are you doing? Okay, should I put you on child support? Like, what do I need to do in order for the finances to finance? Please let me know. In the next scene, Latrice is at the house with her flowy gown on. I said, ma'am, not you flowing and going through the house, child. So Clifton showed up. Hey, sir. She was like, oh, hey, what you been up to? Where you been? He talking about, I was just doing blah, 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 doing some things. Oh, okay. So he was just doing some things. And he tells her that he has a surprise for her in the kitchen. So he brought home dinner. Is that a surprise? I know y'all ain't cooking in there, so somebody got to bring something. A $5 big box or something. What do you mean he brought dinner? So she goes, what? Who you got pregnant? What you got to tell me? If you got something to tell me, you might as well tell me now. Baby, not that being the first thing that you think about is if he got somebody pregnant. Ooh, child. Absolutely not. So he said, nah, it's just because I love you. And I know you going through a lot with the Bells, and I just want to do something nice for you. I mean, what exactly is she going through? They do this mess every season. This is nothing new. So please tell me what she's going through. So then she asked him if he had talked to Glendale because they sit down and get ready to eat the food. He says, I haven't talked to him lately. So then Latrice tells him, well, I talked to Amanda. I went by her shop and she's very remorseful. And I know that she does not have a malicious bone in her body. I know. Girl, please. That lady wanted to prove that she was better than Latishia and she pulled that stunt to do it. Everything about that lady gives malicious. Because if it didn't, when she raised her hand and said that she was attracted to Glenn and Glenn did not raise his hand, she should have left it there. But no, she wanted to prove that she could sleep with her man if she wanted to. And she wanted Glenn to come clean. Malicious intent. Goodbye, honey. Y'all don't be knowing the meaning of words or what? Because what are you talking about? So then she starts to say, I'm just not responsible for another grown person. I'm just not. You know what? Every time some foolishness goes down, that's the first thing people always run to. Oh, I'm not responsible for another grown person. No, you're not. Yes, they are grown. But that's your friend. And you knew she had this in her back pocket. You said yourself that you hope nothing pops off because you know how Amanda is. Now all of a sudden, she ain't got a malicious bone in her body and you cannot control another grown person. Okay, girl. Moving forward. Now, she says she feels bad about what Latishia is going through and she's uneasy about the trip and she does not know if this trip should even be taking place. Okay, especially with all what we're going through. This is just crazy. She said, I'm just going to try to make the best of the trip and enjoy myself on the coast. But this had me hollering. Cliff looks at Latrice and he says, can I ask you a question? She's like, yeah. He said, why you got on that ball gown in the house when we ain't going nowhere? Baby, that was so funny to me. Clifford, what are you talking about, baby? Cliff said, look, you putting on for this here camera. Because you know damn well you do not be wearing these gowns around this house like this, flowing all up and through here. Latrice said, no, I mean, this isn't around the house dress for my soft girl era for when I become a rich housewife. Oh, that was so funny to me. I said, Cliff is nuts. So then she wants to know where he gonna be when she's away. He said, I'm gonna be at the condo. Ain't no sense in driving back and forth and back. Now, girl, dang on well, if he ain't at home when you at home, he definitely not gonna be at home when you gone. Come on now. Like, some things just don't make no damn sense. So then she says, well, I'm gonna need you to be home when I get back. He gonna say, you don't tell me what to do. That is crazy to me. That is crazy that you gotta convince your own dang on husband to come home. He would never have to show back up messing with me. We will both be missing. We will both be on the back of a milk carton. Have you seen her? Because I will be gone. I ain't got time to be playing with you. You want to run the streets? So shall I. Okay? So shall I. In the next scene is the day of the trip. Carrie and her husband, they went to check on the place first. Carrie gets in the confessional talking about, I rented this amazing mansion overlooking the beautiful Gulf Coast. Baby, Carrie is so fabulous. Do you hear me? Ma'am, this is not a mansion, but it is a nice vacation rental. It is not a mansion. I'm sorry, it's just not. Okay, the way that house was built on the inside, it wasn't giving no hint of a mansion. So they're there to set up early. Her husband is helping her. Carrie, girl, you said Gulf Coast at least 75 times. I said if we were having a drinking game, everybody would be drunk. Baby, Gulf Coast this and Gulf Coast that. Here a Gulf, there a Gulf, everywhere a Gulf. Like, you were just... Baby, you was Gulf Coasting us to death. Do you hear me? Lord, I need y'all to get out of Mississippi for a little bit. Baby, not the Gulf Coast. Now, it did look beautiful. The place doesn't have enough rooms, okay? And one of them is a bunk bed. So her husband, Matt, was like, look, just lock Latrice and Latishia in the room and let them work it out. Now, see, this that reality TV BS, because ain't no way that I'm going on a trip with a woman that I'm into it with, let alone sleeping in the same room with her. Like, y'all playing entirely too much. Now, it's all fun and games, for the cameras and whatnot. But in real life, do not invite me someplace with a woman I'm not seeing eye to eye with. I don't go on trips with people I'm not cool with. That's how you end up not coming back. Absolutely not. So Tambra and Selena are back in Mississippi, and they have been put in charge of getting the girls to the Gulf Coast. So the other ladies are meeting them so they can all go together. Marie arrives first, then Latrice, and then Latishia. Now, Latishia so dang on fake. She went right on and hugged Latrice's neck, knowing full and well she not fooling with that girl right now. That is crazy. See, this is why they don't take you serious, Latishia. This is exactly why they don't take you seriously, because you're hugging her neck knowing that you're upset. It's okay to be standoffish and stand over on the side and be like, yeah, me and you, we not seeing eye to eye right now. So we're good. Another side note, baby Tambra gonna keep on one of them little spandex onesies, ain't she? Baby Tambra got one in all colors. Do you hear me? So they get on the Sprinter van because it's arrived. They're nervous about the accommodations. And I'm like, y'all must know something. Because the first thing Latrice said was, it better not be no bunk beds. I'm thinking to myself, well, you in for a rude awakening. Do you hear me? So then Tambra goes, so how are things at home? And Marie said, how are you and Glenn? How are you? Y'all, please give it a rest. Her and Glenn, they probably already had that. They're trying to destroy our marriage and our family. So let's have this so we can make our bond stronger sex. They've already had it. Okay, I could tell by the way she was hooting and hollering in that damn garage. As soon as she got back inside, he looked at her, he kissed her, he told her that nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no. And all her clothes fell off, allegedly. Allegedly. Latishia, girl, don't even be answering them. And why on earth would y'all even ask her that? Like, leave her alone. How about we play a game? Or how about we ride in silence? Hands down, thumbs up. Let's play 7-Up. Everybody be quiet, okay? And we don't have to say nothing to each other. So then Latishia starts saying, it set us back. And I'm just tired of people playing in my face. Well, girl, Glenn be shucking and jiving all in your damn face every day. Moving forward. In the next scene, they arrive and Carrie greets them with Mardi Gras beads. Baby, you would have thought that Carrie gave each and every one of them their own personalized BMW. And you get a car, and you get a car. Because the way that everybody was so over the top about these beads, everybody's like, yes, now this is how you greet a guest. Carrie, you are doing it. You are setting the standard. This is everything. This is great. I'm like, what is happening? Marie got in the confessional talking about it was top tier. It was stellar. Girl, was it? Okay, was it? So, baby, they get inside and Carrie tells them that they're going to the Gator Farm. Marie was like, oh, Lord, honey, not the swamp, child. I don't think I want to go down there. So they all go upstairs because, it's time to find the rooms and whatnot. So Carrie goes up and she tells them that there are 4 bedrooms at the top of the stairs. They're all looking like, no, but it's 6 of us. Baby, not the mansion with only 4 bedrooms and a bunk bed in one of them. Joe, this is a fool. So then Latrice said, well, I only sleep with my man. Carrie said, well, 2 of y'all are going to have to bunk together. 2 of you are going to have to share. Marie said, won't be me. I have lupus. Baby, the way I hollered. Marie, what does you having lupus have to do with you sharing that damn room? Baby, the way tears fell down my face when that lady said that. Marie, you should put that on a shirt. Won't be me. I have lupus. You should put that on a shirt to let people know, baby, I'm a warrior. Certain things I won't be doing, okay, because of it. So don't ask because I'm not going to be able to do it. Baby, that was so funny to me. I said, baby, that won't be me. I got lupus. So then Carrie, Marie, you are a mess. So then Carrie decided to divide the rooms by age because she was like, let's do it how the other cultures do it. And I'm like, what other cultures? Honey, because the thing is, all the cultures are going to have enough beds. I don't know why we play like that. Every time we go some damn well, we got to find a house without. Let me tell you something. When we go on vacation as a family, they put me in charge. One thing I'm going to do is make sure that Airbnb got enough bedrooms. If it does not, I will purposely, if there are 6 of us, I find a house for 12. And I'm not talking about you got a pull-out couch and one of them is in the basement. I'm talking about full-fledged bedrooms. I do not play those kind of games. Why do y'all do this on TV? So Carrie decided that they're going to do it by age. Selena gets her room. Of course, she's 49. Maria's 45. Tambra's 45. The only one left is the bunk bedroom. So the baby Bells, as they call them, they get that room, which is Latishia and Latrice. I said, baby, not LL Fool J, child. A mess. Moving forward. Ain't no dang on way. I will be sprawled out all over that living room couch. Do you hear me? And see, that's why I like to drive myself so I can leave. Because people like to play. Okay? And not they call them the baby Bells. Aren't they the same? Like, how old is Latishia? Because I could have sworn she was 45 as well. I don't know. I think the only one that's really a baby Belle would be Latrice. But, I mean, what do I know, honey? Carrie up here playing Parent Trap. Hell no, honey. Which one of y'all gonna get the top bunk? Ain't no way I was staying in that room. I just wouldn't be able to do it. This is another episode of foolishness. Latishia said, I'm gonna sleep in here in this room with Marie. I don't care if she snore. I don't care what she got going on. I am not sleeping in that room, honey. She said she gonna sleep in the room with Marie, finger waves and all. So after that mess, they head to the Gator Farm for a swamp tour. All the Bells are like, I don't do outside. I don't really get outside like that. Latishia said, I go outside when I get out of my car to go into the grocery store. Girl, if y'all don't get on this dang on boat and stop acting like y'all ain't from Mississippi, y'all are from the SIP. Hell, I'm from Houston, and I used to walk barefoot and play with all my country cousins. We used to be outside with it. What y'all mean y'all don't go outside? Anyway. So the man starts the swamp tour. Selena is a little bit nervous because, honey, she's sitting in between Latishia and Latrice. Girl, they ain't going to do nothing. Latishia ain't going to bust a grape. She going to sit there and quote them Instagram quotes and talk about the sisterhood. And then she going to start crying and she going to hug her neck. Honey, you going to be fine. Now, the tour was over as quickly as it started. And then they stopped and they got a chance to hold the Gators. Now, Selena was getting her whole entire life. She was really the only person that was doing it. Because it couldn't have been me. And I'm glad it wasn't. So she had a good time. So then Carrie tells them, okay, come on, y'all. We're going to head to dinner. One of my friends' restaurants. I'm like, not y'all left the swamp tour and headed straight to the restaurant. Y'all ain't going to take a quick wipe off or nothing? I would even take a whole bath. Like, I need something. That is so nasty to me. I'm sorry. I would have had to go shower. There is no way I'm going to go from a swamp tour. Swamp. Okay, please listen to the word. A swamp tour to a restaurant. But I mean, here they go. So they get to the restaurant. The owner greets them because he's personal friends with Carrie. Baby, what he do that for? Latishia was like, you are really that girl on the Gulf Coast. Everybody knows you. And so all the girls are like, oh my gosh, girl, you know everybody. This is so great. I'm like, y'all gonna have to go somewhere. Okay, y'all really gonna have to step outside of Mississippi. So they start to bring out this curated menu. They bring out raw oysters. Marie. Baby, the way Marie looked at that food, I say Marie ain't eating 2 days messing with Carrie. Do you hear me? First the crawfish and then the oysters, honey. Poor Marie. Girl, at least you're going to lose a few LBs before you leave. So then they do a toast. And Carrie brings up Latishia's brunch the next day. So Tisha says, well, you know what? You have been so good. I didn't even have to tell you what I needed. And you just jumped right on in. Girl, but you did tell her. You told her at that Mayo crawfish boil in the park. You told her what you needed. What are you talking about? Baby, Latishia want to be a victim so bad. Girl, you should be used to Glenn acting a fool by now. I don't know why they babying her and coddling her like somebody passed away. Ma'am, they danced, okay? They tangoed. That's all your lying husband said they did. Okay, and then he went over there on Carlos King podcast talking about he danced with her to Boosie's song, Set It Off. And he would dance with her just like he would dance with Cliff or anybody else. She's one of the homeboys. She's one of the partners. So why are you sitting up here melting? I'm so confused. Moving forward. The child ain't nothing gonna change, so you might as well carry on with business as usual. Ain't no use in crying, child. So then Carrie said, well, you know what? That's what sisters do, because there were other things that needed your attention because it's just a lot going on. So then Latishia said, oh, okay, well, let's get into it. If we're going to get into it, then let's talk about this pool party. So she looks at Latrice and she says, I've never been so embarrassed, so disrespected. And I was just about to say more than it was when you had to sit up here and wonder if your husband had an outside baby. But then she said in someone else's house. I said, oh, okay. In that case, let me leave you alone, child, because I thought you was just about to say I've never been so embarrassed. Because therefore, and thus and such, I was going to roll the receipts. But since you said in somebody's house, we'll go with it. So she feels like, Latrice lied to her. Ma'am, how did she lie to you? Did she tell you Glenn was reformed? Explain it to me like I'm 5. So if I'm sitting here and you say, Latrice lied to me, tell me exactly how she lied. So then Latrice says, well, I felt like you felt that it was a setup, but what reason would I have to set you up? And then Latishia was like, that's what I was trying to figure out. Well, I can think of at least 3, Latrice. Shall I run them down? Number 1 is when she tried to make you out to be a drunk after being on her panel. Number 2 is when Latishia and all the other girls were talking about you and Cliff and the fact that she got with Akeisha and everybody else down at the reunion saying that Cliff was abusive, allegedly. And speaking of the reunion, it brings me to the grand finale of when she tried to physically fight you at the reunion. That's the reason. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? If you don't think you had no reason to set up, then maybe you didn't. Girl, moving forward. So then Latishia talking about, I know that's what I was saying, but it kind of felt like an ambush. So then Latrice says in her confessional, Tambra knew too, so why am I getting all the heat? I mean, Tambra, please help me out a little bit. Baby, Tambra wasn't there. So why would she insert herself in something she was not present for? And if I remember correctly, none of y'all came to save Tambra when that decorator showed up. Now, Marie and Latishia did start it, but y'all all enjoyed it. I ain't gonna never forget that season, because if I'm not mistaken, Latrice, you were saying that Tambra did need to show more of her life and y'all did need to know more about her, and you were getting your entire life when that decorator was there. So now you want Tambra to throw you a line? Girl, goodbye and good night. Latrice said, can you name one time when I crossed you? Just one, but I can name plenty. Exactly, Latrice, which is why you would have motive to let these things play out. What do y'all be saying? So then Latishia says, well, you know what? After I went and replayed things in my head, it's like for me, when Antoinette came, now the hairdresser is coming. Girl, you didn't replay nothing in your head. Glenn gave you that last episode. When y'all were standing in that garage, Glenn said to you, Latrice always sets you up, and he gave you every single example. Now you're sitting here like it was all your bright idea. When I replay things in my head, Latishia, you didn't replay nothing in your head. Glenn basically told you that last episode. One thing about Latishia, she not gonna think independently. She is not. Marie is the one who convinced Latishia that Latrice was a lush, and Glenn came up with the other ones that have ambushed her on behalf of Latrice. Now, I'm not saying Latrice didn't do it, especially Antoinette, because I know dang on well she brought that lady there to get with Latishia, and she ain't fooling me. But girl, please have your own thoughts. Okay, please. So then Tambra jumps in and she's like, well, Latrice didn't know that girl was going to do that. Tambra, please. Okay, you weren't there. Just fall back, girl. Just fall back. So then Latishia said, well, the questions were aimed at me and y'all are playing in my face. Latrice said, don't say I'm playing in your face, because if I'm playing in your face, then your husband playing in your face. She said, all y'all playing in my face. Listen to me. I do not know why Latishia is acting like people are targeting her. Girl, your man is moving foul. He moving crazy. So then Latrice told her, I'm both of y'all friend, and I just really didn't even want to be in the middle of it. Latishia said, look, I'm not for people coming for us just so they can get a seat. If you're not interesting enough, then you need to stay back. Ma'am, please. That lady came for Tambra looking for her 15 minutes of fame, and there was no problem then. So it's given very much hypocrite. Okay, it's very hypocritical. So then she starts, telling everybody that, people be in her face and they running up behind her whole time they want her man. She starts hitting the table, saying people playing in my face and I'm sick of it. I would never have people in someone else's face and they're with them. And I'm like, what is happening? Girl, Please take all that shaking the table out on Glenn. He is the only one that didn't get an ounce of smoke. Instead, you fell into his damn arms and started crying. Really and truly, now I'm just going to say this. Glenn is getting too much shine for somebody ready to throw your pH balance off. I could just tell he throws it off. So therefore, and thus and such, husband or no husband, don't mention him not now another time. Latrice, now I'm going to need you to take some accountability for your actions when it pertains to this. Nothing ever happens because of you, but it always happens to you. I'm so confused. Now, she said, I never knew that my marriage was going to be under attack. Girl, you're under attack because of your husband. Okay? The attack is coming from the inside. Your husband showed everybody how to disrespect you, and they ran with it. Because what you going to do? If he don't respect you, then why should they? I'm telling you, that is why they continue to treat you the way that they do. All this smoke should be for him. And again, you reap what you sow. It ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. Y'all didn't think it was nothing wrong with the way y'all were treating everybody else. And now it's your turn and you're trying to figure out how the collective and the sisterhood could treat you that way. That is insane. Moving forward. So then Selena gets in the confessional. She's like, I get both sides. Carrie is like, I'm on Tisha's side. It never should have happened. Marie said, listen, okay, Latrice tell everything else. Why not tell that? Because, she could have saved her life. Why she didn't tell her? She didn't say the last part. But y'all know that I love to use Marie's voice, honey. But this is a serious question. What's she going to tell her for? For what? Ain't nothing going to change. Listen to me. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This, my dear, is quite literally insane. There is no reason for her to tell her anything because she gonna, 1, shoot the messenger, and 2, she gonna be right back with him. So tell her for what? So then Latishia said, well, the whole point was to embarrass me. Now, Latishia, this I agree with. It was to embarrass you. So then Marie says, I felt like Latrice knew about them questions. Of course, Latrice denied it. Ma'am, you knew about those questions. Those questions were pre-written, premeditated, pre-everything. You knew about those questions. So then Marie got in her confessional. She said Latrice knew the kind of questions that were going to be asked at that pool party. And she ain't fooling me. So then Selena says, no, I really feel like she didn't know. Tamara was like, if she says she didn't know, I believe her. There's no reason for her to lie about knowing. Well, she's lying, honey. Okay, allegedly. So then Latishia says, okay, again, if there's anything that you have ever seen inappropriate, Latrice, please tell me because I would tell you. The way that Latrice was trying to get to the bikini bottom of that damn glass told me all I needed to know. Baby, the way she was turning up that liquor to empty that glass, Marie had to grab the glass away from her. And then Marie said, okay, there go your answer right there. Let me just say this. Latishia, if you have to keep asking around, then you're searching for another answer other than the one that you know is true. You want somebody else to give you something and a reason to stay. You know dang on well what the answer is, but you keep wanting other people to say, no, I haven't seen anything. Glenn's been doing great since the recommitment. You want people to say that. And that's just not what people are going to say. So then Latishia said, please be honest. Have you seen it with your own eyes? So then Latrice said, and that was the end of the episode. Listen, Latishia, you're not going to get anything from this. Marie, you know the deal. You need to put your girl up on game. Okay, now I don't know if she's going to go in there and get on that top bunk or not. But the bottom line is I don't want to hear about Glenn, not no more. What are the Bells currently doing? What's going on down at the methadone clinic? Are the Goddess Lengths and the Edge Tamar still in play? Carrie, what's going on down with the chicken and waffles at the restaurant? Selena, are we doing more of those events? I loved it, but get rid of them damn styrofoam to-go plates. Tambra, are you still the midday diva? Okay, on the 1s and 2s, playing all the top hits. What are we doing other than Glendale? I'm sick of it. Okay, I'm sick of seeing it. Y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about this episode of Belle Collective. Comment, and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.